Oh my God. It seems that EA is starting to remove the Call of Duty inspired maps from Battlefield 6 Portal. They're sending warnings to creators as third party conduct inappropriate content. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna say that I didn't see this coming, because I did, and I think that's why whenever they put like the Counter-Strike map, they didn't name it Dust 2 Remake. You know, they named it Besieged. All the things that they did not name it where they got it from. You know what I'm saying? That's also why they did like the 3% rule and made those things not too identical. Like imagine if they would have allowed us to use more textures, to use assets that they didn't build. I mean, it would be a pretty awesome creator portal, but they wouldn't be able to do that shit. They also warn that any future warning may lead to temporary or permanent restrictions on the account. You see, and it also makes sense as to why, again, Nashir Canals, the other ones are not taken off, right? But Call of Duty themselves, you got to think about this. It's literally named Shipment on the creator portal. Shipment. I'm surprised nobody put Call of Duty Shipment in the title. You know what I'm saying? But this is also like Battlefield's rival. You get what I'm saying? So, I mean, I would be doing the same thing too. I'd be like, get my shit off your shit. Like, you're literally taking my people because my maps are on your creator portal. Like, hell no. And I get why companies are doing this. Like, it makes sense. It does. Now, of course, it was Shipment. Someone said, I don't understand why anyone thought Shipment or Rust or any COD remakes would ever last on the portal. And to this guy, to be honest, it's like we were all excited for that. That's like what the portal was for, so people can like make maps inspired by other maps while also creating new maps and then bringing some from the older battlefields. You know what I'm saying? Like we got Dust 2 on that bitch, Nashir Canals on that bitch. Come on. I don't even think they had Rust on the portal. I really don't think they did. Or at least I didn't see that shit. But it looks like they're just doing Shipment. I haven't seen any others, like the Only Up remake, again, because they added their own pizzazz to it. Like it wasn't an exact fucking replica. But I do feel bad for the guys who did recreate Shipment, and now they're getting reprimanded for it. Obviously, it's not. EA doesn't want that, but they gotta do that for the sake of their company and for the sake of them not getting sued. Yeah, see, here's another tweet on it. It says, in this case, referencing the popular COD map Shipment, it's most likely because EA are worried about the potential legal repercussions from Activision Blizzard. Seems people will have to rename these experiences, but that will make them incredibly hard to search for. To be honest, it's just like with anything, how you market, like, at least they have a code you can put at like we will know. You have a description. If you put it on the internet, TikTok, Twitter, X, we will find it. Don't worry. This does not mean it's over. No, this just means okay. This is what's gonna happen if you copy it verbatim and don't do your little 3%. Don't use the same. Don't use the actual name either. Said, I can understand Call of Duty Shipment or COD Shipment, but simply Shipment seems a bit extreme. But you got to think about this. Like if you see the map, like it's an exact replica. I mean, Battlefield gives you those containers. That's all Shipment is. It's just containers and barrels, maybe a little boxes. You know, that's fucking it. So I feel like it makes sense. And they said, didn't they officially make a map that's like CS:GO one? And again, that's what I was talking about. Yes, Dust 2, but they didn't name it Dust 2, and they also changed up the map. So of course, it's kind of like a parallel to Dust 2. It's like a remake. There's some slight differences. Like they added a little hut. They added like two more houses. So it wasn't the exact replica, but it's there. You know it's that. But imagine if they would have had textures and they would have recreated it one for one. That's when the portal gets a bit an illegal issue. Exactly. They called it Bomb Squad. Even the MW3 Survival one. It's not like they called it MW3 Survival. No, they said wave of zombies. This is what happens. And then from that description, from the name, we gather what it's about. Said time to use lexical associations. Shipment is now manifest. Rust is now oxidized. Nuketown is now ground zero. No one has made a Nuketown. That's so fucking true. That's actually the first one I kind of thought would be made. It's like everyone's map, to be honest. I heard on the grapevine they're actually making Call of Duty Zombies where there's actual wall, basically what Empire Zombies was supposed to be. Wall buys, mystery box, the zombies, everything. But it's not just that feeling. They're remaking the maps. Again, I think they're doing Kino Der Toten. They can't call it Kino Der Toten, but they can find some code names like they are right here. Now, rest is oxidized. What the fuck is this? Copyright wasn't a problem in Battlefield Editor over 20 years ago? Damn, 20 years ago? The Creator Portal's been a thing? They made a full Star Wars game in Battlefield 1942 editor with over 10 Star Wars maps.
I remember this being very good.
This is always...
I wish there was
Battlefield
a Star
1942.
Wars game that people played.
I tried and failed. Zero to the moon.
There's no fucking way this is from Battlefield.
Well,
Great
people don't
mod.
play this, and it's still probably
Okay,
10
so
times
this
better
is a
than
computer
anything
mod, and Battlefield didn't actually give you these assets and say, hey, we have a creator portal, then I think this is just a mod, bruh. This makes no sense. Battlefield 1942? You were fucking modding. Mod. Mod. He said, good, we don't want COD shit in Battlefield. Lie again. Well, bad Microsoft has code since they done Raid in Halo. Oh my god. Was it called Raid? I wonder. Let's see. Let's actually see. Let's see. There's no fucking way. This is a members fucking only shit. Bro, put that shit behind a whole ass paywall. I roughly spent 120 hours making Raid and Hammer. It was tedious and difficult, but ultimately fun to do because I got to learn a bunch of things I didn't know. I spent time to make it solely because it was a map I wanted to play on CSGO, and no one had made it yet. Oh shit, this is for CSGO! I don't know. You know, maybe this might just have to do with it being Battlefield. If I'm being completely honest. And it just having the name. I don't know. Yeah, BO2 Raid. But it's on Steam Workshop. You get what I'm trying to say? So, like, I'm not sure if that Raid map was on Halo, was on console, or if it was on PC, similar to Black Ops 3 custom maps. You see what I'm trying to say? Like, you can't do those custom maps on the console. You can only do it PC. So I wonder if it's just like one of those things, perhaps. Same thing happened to Fortnite and Roblox. Surprisingly, it doesn't happen more to Roblox, considering they remake every fucking game that comes out. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Is Battlefield going too far? Are they taking away the creativity? Or are they just watching their backs and making sure they don't get hit with a big fine, you know, for being Call of Duty's competitor and making their maps on their game, for Call of Duty players to play on their game? Yeah, I think it makes sense. If you guys like this video, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. See you guys tomorrow.